Hello, America. This is Call of Duty Goddess. Today is May the 3rd, 2016. I'm at the Conservative Tribune here at an article titled Red Alert, Obama Moves to Take Over Local Police Departments. Is yours on the list? Last week, the Obama administration announced that it was ostensibly federalizing 53 police departments under its Task Force on 21st Century Policing Initiative. In an April 21st press release, officials detailed just what the administration had in store for these 53 departments. I've read that press release, and of course, as usual, it is the same old with the Obama administration. If you've ever heard his speeches, it's the same. He says one thing and then another, and it's very vague, and he leaves many things up to you with his language to decide what it means, and that is how he cons you and has conned the world. Anyway, let's continue. Today, the administration is announcing that 53 jurisdictions covering more than 41 million people have now committed to the Police Data Initiative, with over 90 data sets released to date, the release read. These commitments represent concrete steps towards building trust to speak to a larger shift in the culture of policing that is at the core of the task force recommendations. Here's a list of locales dumb enough to think this would be a good idea. I'll scroll slowly. I'm going to stop right here at Baltimore, PD. I'm going to assume that's Baltimore, Maryland, not Baltimore PD, because Stephanie Rawlings Blake was on President Obama's Policing Initiative board. She is also believed to be Nation of Islam. Just a little tidbit there. So that was Baltimore, Maryland. And of course you can stop and check out and see if you're on this list. Some of these departments represent the biggest cities in the United States, which are now subject to the whims of the Obama administration and their activist Justice Department. This is the Obama administration's agenda. They want to federalize things without having to go through the constitutional process. It's time America fought back. Now, I think this is leading to something even more than that and more sinister than that. It's my belief that this is leading to the Strong Cities Network. And if you've never heard of that, oh my, you might want to think about it. Strong Cities Network is the global police force. It would be so much easier to globalize the police force if it's already federalized, correct? So you need to have a little step process, or people may get wise to what you're doing. See, here are cities that are involved in the Strong Cities Network. Atlanta, Georgia. Montreal, Canada. Mumbai. Denver. Paris. Minneapolis. Now, with this Strong Cities Network, what kind of laws do you think they're gonna follow? Because being a police officer or a person that enforces laws, well, of course you're gonna have to learn those laws first before you can be expected to enforce them. Do you think that this network is going to learn our laws and the laws of the places that it's policing all over the world? I don't think so. I think they're going to make their own laws. I think they're going to go by a global law. But like I said, that federalizing the police force is just a stepping stone. And New York, look at that. Just a stepping stone into the Strong Cities Network. And New York has a global police force. Let's learn a little bit about the Strong Cities Network, which came out last year. I did a video on that on my old account. So, this program was hatched by the Department of Justice, wherein control of local law enforcement is handed over to a London-based think tank called the Institute for Strategic Dialogue. The ISD has gained a reputation for being committed to the identification and targeting of far-right extremists. Sounds like Southern Poverty Law Center, which the FBI partners with. Now, I did a video on my old account that was a kind of a follow-up to the Strong Cities Network video that I did, titled Global Police Force Pilot Cities and Refugee Program Follow-Up. That's where I connected the refugee program where they're going to be bringing in refugees to this. They kind of match up a little bit. I haven't looked into it again to see how well they're matching up so far, but we'll see. Anyway, I want you to listen to this. This Strong Cities Network about us, let's see, it references, let's see if I can find it. It's in the structure, I believe. Yeah. The Strong Cities Network is run by the Institute for Strategic Dialogue. Okay? It's a London-based think and do tank with a long-standing record of working to prevent violent extremism across all forms. Well, look at Europe right now. Do you really think they're doing a good job? No. They're doing a really good job at getting everybody scared to death so they can have their global government crack down on us. And look at this. I wanted to show you this. What they target here. Far-right extremism. There's nothing about far-left extremism at all. Nothing. Not a thing. So this is all nothing but the one world government. Cultural Marxism. This does nothing to stop violent, radical Islamic extremism. Nothing. All it is cultural Marxism hoo-ha. So, getting back to this original article here, and I'll of course leave all the links below. When Obama moves to take over your local police departments, he has already, along with George Bush, they have already militarized your local police department. The next step here is to federalize it. After that, the globalization of it. Welcome to the New World Order. This is Call of Duty Goddess signing off, and as always, I've got your 6.